Hi everybody, I'm Dr. Ramchandra. In this video, we cover everything you need to describe places fluently, naturally, and confidently. In this lesson, we're going to discuss enriched and advanced vocabulary to describe places. If you want to score higher with advanced vocabulary in IELTS exam, International English Language Testing System, so you need to focus on enriched and advanced vocabulary. In IELTS exam, we have three parts in speaking. Part 1, introductory topics. Part 2, descriptive topics. And part 3, discussion topics. Today, we're going to look at descriptive topics and how to describe places, how to describe different places, and what is enriched and advanced vocabulary to get high score, 9 band. So we're going to discuss that today. Shall we dive into it? Okay. Now, look at the screen. Describe places like a professional. You don't use simple vocabulary. It's beautiful. It's great. That is wonderful. No. When we describe places, we have to use enriched and advanced vocabulary to improve your IELTS score. It's like a pro. You speak like a professional. Not in an IELTS exam, even in public speaking also. You make your language so beautiful and wonderful. So for that, this vocabulary is useful for IELTS exam, at the same time, public speaking, if you want to be a wonderful speaker, communicator, and orator. Now we look at that. I'll give you a vocabulary list. After that, how to use this vocabulary in speech, like a paragraph. I'm gonna explain that. Yes. Now these are the places they ask about: cities and towns, countries, travel, natural sites or nature sites, outdoor places, buildings, landmarks, entertainment spots, leisure places, cultural places, religious places, airport, any place or a museum or whatever. They're going to ask you in IELTS exam. And if you travel, if you want to talk about the place and if you want to describe the place you visited, so it's very, very important to use a fantastic and enriched and advanced vocabulary. Today, we're going to look at advanced vocabulary to make our language so beautiful and wonderful. Now, look at the first one, cities and towns. This is the vocabulary we use. It's not simple, it's a crowded place. We should use this one. Bustling metropolis, a lively and crowded city. Urban sprawl, controlled city expansion. Look at that. Urban sprawl, controlled city expansion. Sorry, uncontrolled. Because the city is expanding, like Hyderabad, like Ho Chi Minh City. Cosmopolitan city, a city with diverse cultures, like Hyderabad, like Ho Chi Minh City, like Hanoi. People from different parts of the world, they live together. It's a cosmopolitan city. Skyline, the outline of buildings against the sky, that means it's a skyscrapers. But don't use big buildings, tall buildings. No, it's a skyline buildings. Like that you can use. This is enriched vocabulary we have to use in IELTS exam. Then you can improve your score in vocabulary. And also you describe wonderfully. Now we look at some of other vocabulary connected to cities and towns. Concrete jungle, a city with many high-rise buildings. Concrete jungle, because the buildings look like jungle. Skyscrapers everywhere. This is the beautiful word you can use. Hustle and bustle. It's not noisy. The city is noisy, we say all the time. No, hustle and bustle. Picturesque old town, a visually attractive historic area, well-connected transport network, efficient public transport system. Generally, we use efficient public transport. Now, you can use this word, well-connected transport network. Then your language is so beautiful and your IELTS scoring is increased. Cultural melting pot. Pot. You put everything, a place with diverse cultures. Ho Chi Minh City is a pot. Hyderabad is a pot. And the people come from different parts of the world and they live. It's a cultural exchange happens. Technological change, cultural change, social change, political change. What everything, many exchanges happen. That's what it is. Cultural melting pot. Fashion, food. These are the cultures and these are exchanged. That's why we can use cultural melting pot. So now, how can we use this enriched vocabulary, advanced vocabulary in speaking? How to describe? Now look at that. This one. Describe your hometown. My hometown is bustling metropolis with well-connected transport network and a picturesque old town that attracts tourists. Despite the hustle and bustle, there are serene parks and charming cafes that provide a welcome escape from the concrete jungle. Over the years, it has transformed into a cultural melting pot, offering a vibrant mix of traditions, cuisines, and festivals. Look at that, how beautifully described. With enriched and advanced vocabulary, you use the words in blue, advanced vocabulary. You write down and you use them. And I'm teaching now, I'm demonstrating now, I'm explaining now, but you make it natural and fluent when you speak, when you practice. That's very, very important. It's not like memorizing. Make it natural in your speech. Practice this vocabulary. Use the vocabulary in blue. Now, we look at another one. Countries and travel. That means countryside. Breathtaking landscapes, stunning natural scenery. Culturally rich destination. Culturally rich destination is not a place with deep heritage. Heritage is cliche word. Everyone uses all the time. Heritage or tradition, culture. People use it. But you use this culturally rich destination. That means everything comes there. Quaint countryside. People say peaceful countryside. It's not like that. And you can use this one. Charming and traditional rural areas. Quaint countryside. Off the beaten path. That means less visitors to the place. That is a less touristy place. Off the beaten path. That means the footprints are less on that path. Then you can use this one. Because countryside, most of the people don't go. All the people like to go to the famous and prominent and popular places, but not the countryside. But the countryside is beautiful, then you can use this one. If you get any topic in IELTS exam. Like this. Vibrant nightlife in the big cities. Nightlife. Pubs, clubs, bars. Exciting environment and exciting evening entertainment. Inspiring architecture, impressive buildings. Wow, wow, so beautiful. Inspiring architecture. Lush greenery, abundant plants and trees. Scenic coastal town, a beautiful seaside place. Coastal town. Like Tamki is a coastal town. Hoi An is a coastal town. Like this you can use scenic coastal town. Remote and untouched. That means people didn't visit. A place with little human impact. Then you can use this. in countries and travel. Now we look at how to use this vocabulary in our speech. I have always dreamt of visiting Switzerland because of its breathtaking landscapes and pristine environment. The country is renowned for its awe-inspiring architecture, quaint countryside, and scenic coastal towns. Apart from the lush greenery and majestic mountain ranges, Switzerland is also known for its efficient public transport system, making it easy to explore every off the beaten path village and town. So look at how beautifully used the enriched vocabulary. So you practice it. The next one, we look at another one. Nature, outdoor places. Tranquil oasis, a peaceful, relaxing natural place. Tranquility, very peaceful. Biodiversity hotspot, a place rich plant and animal species. Pristine environment, unspoiled and clean nature. Pristine environment. Serene ambience, a calm and peaceful atmosphere. We can use this rich vocabulary for nature outdoor places. Lush meadows, green fields full of vegetation. Rugged terrain, rough and uneven landscape. Crystal clear waters, exceptionally transparent water. Majestic mountain range, impressive high mountains, gushing waterfall, a powerful and flowing waterfall. So this vocabulary you can use in your speech. Now how? Last summer, I visited a biodiversity hotspot in Vietnam, like Hanoi or Ho Chi Minh City, home to rare species and lush meadows. The experience was truly surreal, as I found myself surrounded by crystal clear waters and tranquil oases filled with exotic birds. The area is well preserved, offering a serene ambience that allows visitors to disconnect from the chaos of urban life. The highlight of my trip was a gushing waterfall, which was both breathtaking and refreshing. You write words in blue and practice the meaning and use them whenever you describe places in the exam. Now, we look at another one, buildings and landmarks. Architectural marvel, a building of great design and innovation. Historical gem, a place of significant past importance. Grand facade, an impressive front of a building. Sorry, grand facade. Grand facade, an impressive front of a building. Intricate detailing, complex and detailed design elements. When you see the temples and pagodas and church or masjid, and you can find how it is intricate details. Now look at another chunk of words. Heritage site, state-of-the-art structure, iconic landmark, timeless beauty, well-preserved ruins, remaining parts. So this vocabulary you can use for buildings and landmarks. Now we look at this, how to speak, how to describe. I had a privilege of visiting the architectural marvel that is Eiffel Tower. This iconic landmark is engineering masterpiece, offering a breathtaking panoramic view of Paris. Its intricate detailing and grand facade make it one of the most recognized structures in the world. As I stood on the observation deck, I was mesmerized by the timeless beauty of the city's skyline, stretching as far as the eye could see. Look at that, how beautiful description is it? Now, entertainment and leisure places like pubs and clubs or cafes or whatever. Lively atmosphere, upscale restaurant, gourmet cuisine, high quality and sophisticated food, vibrant art scene. Look at this is gourmet. It's not gourmet, it's a gourmet cuisine. High quality and sophisticated food. Cuisine is the good word, it's not food. So this vocabulary for entertainment and leisure places, and we look at some of the words here. Entertainment and leisure places, and you can find that adrenaline fuel theme park, a thrilling amusement park, impressive theater experience, a deeply engaging play or show, state-of-the-art cinema, a high-tech movie theater, breathtaking concrete venue, an impressive place for music performances. It's nightclubs. When you go there, there is music. How to use this? Describe a restaurant or cafe you enjoy. There is a quaint cafe in my neighborhood that offers a lively atmosphere and gourmet cuisine. What makes it special is its upscale ambience, with elegantly furnished interiors and soft jazz music playing in the background. Their coffee is exceptional, sourced from the premium quality beans, and the desserts are simply divine. It's the perfect spot for the casual meeting or a relaxing weekend brunch. Now look at this. Cultural and religious places. How to describe? Look at that. Sacred sanctuary, a place of religious significance. Spiritual retreat, a peaceful place for meditation and worship. Ornate temple, a richly decorated place of worship. Hallowed grounds, a location with a deep religious history. Hallowed grounds. You can use this vocabulary. Now, time-honored traditions, practices passed down for the generations. Devout followers, people dedicated to their faith. Ethereal beauty, a stunning and heavenly appearance. Cultural heritage site, a place recognized for its history and traditions. Look at that, how to describe. Describe a religious or cultural site you have visited. I once visited the sacred sanctuary of Angkor Wat in Cambodia, which is a UNESCO cultural heritage site. The ornate temple is a masterpiece of ancient Khmer architecture with intricate detailing carved into its stone walls. The atmosphere there is incredibly serene and ethereal, making it a perfect place for reflection. As the sun rose behind the temple's towers, the whole scene felt almost surreal, like stepping into another era. This is how we describe the cultural and religious places. Make it natural, make it fluent when you practice. The words in blue, the vocabulary in blue, enriched vocabulary in blue. Make a note. Now we look at another place, transportation and infrastructure. Efficient metro system, a well-organized subway network, well-maintained highway, a smoothly operated road, congested traffic corridors, roads with frequent traffic jams, congested, very busy. Futuristic airport terminal, an advanced and modern airport section. You can use this vocabulary for transportation and infrastructure and look at some of the vocabulary here. Sprawling railway station, a large train station which multiple platforms. Seamless connectivity, a transport system with minimal delays. Bustling transportation hub. Bustling is busy, hustle and bustle. a busy station or airport, pedestrian-friendly infrastructure, walkways designed for people's comfort. Pedestrian. Now, how to use it in speech? I recently traveled through a sprawling railway station that is considered one of the busiest in the country. Despite the bustling transportation hub, it was incredibly well organized with seamless connectivity to different cities. The station itself is a state-of-the-art structure, featuring modern facilities, comfortable waiting lounges, and a well-maintained platforms. The efficiency of the train service made my journey smooth and enjoyable. This is the vocabulary for describe a train station you have been to. Now, this is the vocabulary, enriched vocabulary we use to describe places. In IELTS exam, even if you speak outside in public speaking, when you visit, if you want to talk about, if you want to make a video, if you want to do any YouTube video, this vocabulary is useful for you. Now, this is the vocabulary you use, and we look at some other places in speech, how to use that vocabulary, complete vocabulary. I'm not giving individual list, but it's paragraphs I'm giving. Beaches and coastal areas. Describe a beach you have visited. Last year, I had the opportunity to visit a pristine coastal line in Bali, which was an absolute paradise. The crystal clear waters and the powdery white sand made the place look like something out of a travel magazine. What I loved the most was the gentle sea breeze and the sound of wave crashing against the shore, creating a serene ambience. There were also several seafront cafes offering fresh seafood, making the experience even more delightful. Watching the breathtaking sunset over the ocean was the perfect way to end the day. Now, we look at another place. Shopping malls and markets. Describe a shopping center or market you like. I enjoy visiting a sprawling shopping complex in my city, which is known for its upscale boutiques and trendy retail outlets. Clothes, retail, and boutique. It has a modern architectural design with a glass domed ceiling that lets in natural light, making the atmosphere warm and inviting. The mall boasts a diverse food court featuring both local delicacies and international cuisine, local food and international food. On weekends, it's always packed with shoppers looking for the latest fashion trends, but despite the bustling crowds, it remains a well-organized and enjoyable place to visit. Bustling, noisy crowds. Another. Hotels and resorts. Describe a hotel or resort you have stayed in. During my last vacation, I stayed in a luxurious beachfront resort that offered world-class amenities. The hotel had an infinity pool overlooking the ocean, and my suite had a private balcony with a stunning panoramic view of the coastal line. The staff provided top-notch hospitality, ensuring that every guest felt pampered. The lavish breakfast spread, featuring freshly baked pastries and exotic fruits, was another highlight of my stay. It was truly indulgent experience, and I would love to go back someday. This vocabulary in blue you can use to describe hotels and resorts. Not only this, you note vocabulary in blue or entire vocabulary list. Then use how to use this vocabulary in place. Whenever you get the place in exam, this you have to use this vocabulary. How to perfectly, naturally, fluently, contextually, also very important. In the context, you have to use this vocabulary. Then you can get band 9. Museums and art galleries. Describe a museum or art gallery you have visited. I had the privilege of visiting the Louvre Museum in Paris, which is an iconic cultural landmark. The museum is a historical gem, housing some of the world's most awe-inspiring masterpieces, including the timeless beauty of the Mona Lisa. The grand facade of the building itself is breathtaking, and the vast exhibition halls are filled with intricate artifacts from various civilizations. Walking through the museum felt like a journey through time, as every corner showcased a different era of art and history. Wow, so beautiful. Now look at another one. Sports stadiums. Describe a stadium you have been to. I once attended a football match at the a state of the art stadium, and the experience was absolutely electrifying. The colossal structure, that means large, had a futuristic design, which is enormous retractable roof and high-tech LED screens displaying live footage. The booming cheers of the crowd created an exhilarating atmosphere, and the energy in the air was palpable, a strong feeling of something. And that is noticed, that is called palpable. The stadium also featured world-class facilities, including VIP lounges and gourmet food stalls, making it a truly unforgettable experience for any sports enthusiast. Now, this is another one, airports. I think it's the last one. Describe an airport you have visited. I recently traveled through a sprawling international airport, which was a hub of seamless connectivity. The terminal was ultra-modern with futuristic architecture, automated check-in counters, and efficient baggage handling systems. The lavish duty-free shopping area was a shopper's paradise, offering luxury brands and exclusive sovereigns. Despite being a bustling transportation hub, the airport maintained an organized and stress-free atmosphere, making the travel experience incredibly smooth. So this is the okay. Another one, libraries and study spaces. Describe a library you like. The central library in my city is an intellectual heaven. Wow, so beautiful word. Intellectual heaven that combines classical architecture with cutting-edge technology. A spacious reading halls are filled with towering bookshelves, and there are high-tech research facilities available for students and academics. One of the best features is the serene study corners, which provide a quiet escape for deep concentration. Additionally, the library has a vast digital archive, allowing visitors to access a treasure trove of knowledge at their fingertips. Treasure trove. Rural areas and villages. Describe a village or countryside you have visited. A few months ago, I visited a quaint countryside village that was straight out of a fairy tale. It was surrounded by rolling green hills, picturesque meadows, and charming cobblestone streets. Cobblestone is very hard stone roads in the past. The air was fresh, and the tranquil ambience made it a perfect retreat from the city of city life. The villages were incredibly warm and hospitable, and I had the chance to try traditional homemade delicacies. What stood out of the most was the unhurried pace of life. Unhurried. We are busy life, hurried all the time. So this is unhurried pace of life, beautiful word, which felt like a much needed escape from the hectic urban life you can use for rural areas and villages. And this is residential and living spaces. Describe your ideal home. This is the last one. My dream home would be a modern yet cozy villa situated in a picturesque countryside setting. It would feature floor-to-ceiling glass windows allowing for breathtaking view of the surrounding rolling green hills. The interior would be a blend of minimalist aesthetics and warm, earthy tones, creating a welcoming and serene ambience, a spacious reading nook, a lush backyard garden, and a state-of-the-art kitchen would make it perfect place to unwind and entertain guests. So this is the last one. Islands and remote destinations. I gave all places, and you use this vocabulary when you describe places. That's it. You don't think about anything. Just you take only one lesson. If you get the place, topic, part two, descriptive topic in part two in IELTS exam, only this. If you prepare 1 hour, understand how to use, make it natural, fluent, and in this, how to use it contextually, you practice. I tell you, with this vocabulary, you have to practice something. Yeah. I have always wanted to visit the Maldives, a tropical paradise known for its turquoise lagoons. Lagoons means near the beach, and the water is the sea gates are released. Then fish jump into that, and the people catch fish and they cook, and many tourists go and eat seafood there. And over water bungalows, the islands boast pristine beaches, thriving marine life. Marine means sea life. And the luxurious private resorts that cater to travelers seeking a peaceful gateway. Snorkeling in the coral reefs teeming with exotic fish. Coral reefs, these are the forests in the sea. I saw it in Nachang, so beautiful. Would be an unforgettable experience, and I would love to witness the bioluminescent beaches that glow at night, creating a magical spectacular. This is the vocabulary you have to use when you describe the places. But another very important aspect is this is only enriched vocabulary in the context, but you have to add transition forms, cohesive devices, connectors, conjunctions. If you use them, you can increase your speech. You increase your description. You make it lengthy. You have to add some of the details, information, explanation, examples. Then everything will operate. So you have to focus on this vocabulary plus details, explanation, information, examples. That is called illustrations. Plus with by using transition forms, cohesive devices, connectors. What are connectors? Apart from, however, therefore, moreover, furthermore, on the other hand, in opposition, in comparison, to compare with. And these you have to use. At the same time, another important aspect you have to add, these are called starters of sentences. Starters means, well, in my opinion, as my knowledge concern, as I understood, according to my understanding. These are the starters. If you use all these and you speak wonderfully, and you can make your language so beautiful and perfect, then you can be a wonderful speaker, a wonderful communicator, and a gorgeous orator. Thank you very much. Have a great time. Goodbye.